So Amarius Mims is an interesting one, right? Again, so I think for me, from a data perspective, it's like, yeah, fine. I have no problem taking a shot on Mims in the first round. He's just got 803 career snaps. Very rare do you see an offensive tackle with such little experience as Mims, but with the frame, the movement skills, the ability to probably play left or right tackle just because of that athleticism, and you could see the technique issues, right? You could see he's just whiffing sometimes. I think he's got strike zone issues with his hands, things that are correctable. But you don't have dudes at his size that move as well as he does, 6'7", 340, that move as well as he does. But the problem is, okay, does it take time to develop? Can he do this in year one? Is he going to be a year 2, 3, 4 guy? I think those are the questions with Mims, and I think those are the only reasons. Like if he had another 800 snaps under his belt, maybe we're talking about him more as a top 10 type of player.
Yeah, so I generally, we said this before we went live, I don't like developmental athletic offensive tackles because generally speaking, those guys don't have good tape. And I don't know if you're ever going to get them to having good tape. Mims has good tape. There's just not enough of it, right? His concern is not like, he's not developmental because we don't know he's good. He's developmental because we just haven't seen him play enough, like as much as you want to be comfortable with it. But he's got all the skill set and his tape's pretty good in a difficult conference. I like Mims. I think he's very good, and then I'm just sort of trusting that what I've seen so far is not misrepresentative of what he is.
I mentioned 803 career snaps, career high of 385 in 2022. Last year played 297 snaps. He's got a pretty good 81 pass blocking grade last year.
He gave up one hurry in that time.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, just over 6 games plus, basically. So, yeah, there are just some question marks for Mims, but he's 6'8", 340, 36-inch arms. He never ran that historic 3-cone that we thought, or shuttle that we thought that was fake. But either way, an absolute monster. And he was in Cincinnati the other day for a visit.
Yeah.
Which means in the same city the other day we had Orlando Brown Jr., we had Trent Brown, we had Amarius Mims,
and you.
And me.
Yeah.
I was the 4th biggest person in the city the other day because of Mims.
Yeah.
At least, that we know of.
That's a lot of people. A lot of size.
That's a lot of size here. That would be an interesting Bengals first-round pick if they got Mims. Now, think about this, too. Bengals sitting there at 18.
Yep.
And you have Trent Brown on a 1-year contract. You have Mims, who we're saying is a developmental tackle, to maybe sit behind him for a year. Is this the year for Cincinnati, to make the longer-term play on the offensive line for Joe Burrow that could be a nice fit there?
And that would potentially snipe Pittsburgh, who have been a common Amarius Mims.
That's the AFC North generally. And again, later on the show, Ramon will criticize us or accuse us even of being Cincinnati homers. So we will balance that out and say Mims, future Steeler, Steeler target here, not just a Bengals target. But I think in that 15 to 25 range for Mims, for a team that needs that developmental tackle, I think he's probably a good fit there.